It's about that time to hop into another epic episode of Mac Music Review. I am your host, obviously, Mac from Mac Music Review. Today we're looking at the top 20 songs of 2012. And this needs no introduction. There's going to be no honorable mentions. I'm just going to hop right into the top 20. Let's do it. At number 20, I have the Frank Ocean song Lost. Frank Ocean, Lost. It's a banger. It's a cool song. The music is quirky. It's fun. And to be completely honest, this is one of those songs where it's like there's so many different songs I could have put on from Channel Orange. Super Rich Kids, Pyramids. There's a lot of bangers on there. There's a lot of songs with really cool music. But I just went with Lost as just kind of a gut impulse because it's just a really fun song that you can put on at any moment and it just sounds really good. Number 19, I have the song Babel by Mumford and Sons. In case you don't know, Babel is a banger. Babel is a banger. It's just a big, epic, folky Americana song with kind of Imagine Dragons energy, but I mean that in a positive way. I know that could be seen as a negative thing. And it's just an epic song that's like, yeah, it scratches that itch for that epic Americana that you're going to get from Mumford and Sons. And it kind of is them doing their thing, but kind of at its best, at its most maximalist, which I think works very well in the song. Number 18 is About to Die from Dirty Projectors. I'm sorry, I can't. His voice is too good. About to Die is one of the fan favorites from a little album known by some as Swing Low Magellan. Possibly their best album, I don't know for sure. I'm really not a huge Dirty Projectors fan, but that album sees them kind of leaning into more acoustic instrumentation. While the thing is not 100% acoustic, it leans into the more simple side of things instrumentally. And it really goes all to the betterment because the lead singer has such a great voice. And the lyrics are good too, and this isn't a good example of both of those. It's just a fun little song with a great hook. Number 17 is Christmas in the Room by the man, the myth, the legend, Sufjan Stevens. Sufjan Stevens makes good music. I think everybody knows that. What you may not know is he made this little Christmas album called Silver and Gold, and then it has this song called Christmas in the Room on it, and it's like a Christmas classic. Bro, it's such a fun song. It's such a good-hearted song. It's such an enjoyable Christmas song with some electronic influence that you'll see on the entire album. It's just a cool song, great lyrics, great music, great vocals. It's a great song. Number 16 needs no introduction. It's Hustle Bones by Death Grips. Once again, I just had to go with my gut. I'm looking at the Money Store track list and I'm like, what song immediately, just looking at the track list, immediately is getting my attention. Immediately, there's a bunch of different options. Could have gone with Hacker. Could have gone with, what's that other really good one? I don't even remember the name. There's Get Got, there's Hacker, and there's one other one that's like a real highlight. The name is just escaping my brain. It's like on the edge of my brain. But Hustle Bones is a freaking banger with an insane hook, insane energy. It's a banger. Check it out. My number 15 is The Beast with the Four Dirty Paws by Of Monsters and Men, also just known as Dirty Paws. This movie is on the soundtrack. It actually plays in my favorite movie of all time, The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, which is kind of part of the reason I guess I picked this one. But it also is just an awesome song. It is a storytelling song about an epic war, like kind of a fantasy epic war about nature and of forces of nature fighting against other forces of nature. And it's a very epic song with epic music, epic vocals. It's epic. It's awesome. It's a great song. 14 is a song that I just recently heard live for the first time, and it is Nancy from Now On by Father John Misty. Milk and honey flow just a couple states below. Run, boy, run, boy. Nancy from Now On is just a beautiful, luxurious, just luscious, warm, fantastic song by Father John Misty that sees him in a different type of bag than that is his usual bag, which is the cynical kind of love song writer type of vibe, or cynical person just being cynical on the world and all the problems with religion and all those things. But on this song, he's just writing a song that is supposed to be calming and soothing and just sound good on the ears. That's exactly what this is. Speaking of luscious, my 13 is Blood Flood by Alt J. A wave, an awesome wave of sound, many waves of sound, an ocean of sound can be heard on this album, but this song offers some particularly amazing waves of sound, and it just washes over you, and these music, and accompanied with these dreamy kind of druggy vocals, maybe. I don't even know what the word is, but the guy's voice is a little bit off. It's like a little bit, it's almost like coming from a different planet. It's more about the vibes than anything else, and this song brings those vibes and brings them up to an 11 in the most chill way possible. My number 12 is Take a Walk by Passion Pit. Take a Walk is one of the Passion Pit hits. They don't have a lot of them, but this is one of them from Gossamer. I believe it's the first track on Gossamer, and it's an epic song about your life falling apart and taking a walk. There's a lot of passion behind these vocals. There's a lot of interesting things going on lyrically, but musically this song is also just a banger. It is such a fun anthemic. The best word to describe it is an anthemic song that can be about something so slight, but there's so much heart and there's so much passion behind this song. Number 11 is a cover of Jesus Paid It All, a famous hymn by the band King's Kaleidoscope. This almost feels like cheating because this is such a powerful, beautiful, extremely famous song, extremely famous hymn with just a really great lyrics. But when King's Kaleidoscope is doing it, it's good. They do a great job. Of course, King's Kaleidoscope bringing like so many different instruments, like a mini orchestra is what King's Kaleidoscope brings to the table musically, and that is what you are getting on this song. Just doing this song justice and giving an extra level of oomph to it that just makes it even better. I am happy to announce that one of my all-time favorite bands is cracking the top 10 spot. That is Me Without You with the song Bear's Vision of St. Agnes. This song is very hard to describe with words. It's my favorite song on 10 Stories, which is I believe the album is called 10 Stories. It's their 2012 album, and it's kind of swept under the rug. Like, it's not an album that has received the most amount of attention from the fan base, I believe. I don't believe it's one of the fan favorites, but the album artwork is gorgeous, which I think is what led me to listen. I think this might be the first Me Without You album that I listened to, or maybe the second, but it's not my favorite album. I love this song. It is a lot going on musically. Musically, it takes you on a journey. Lyrically, there's a lot going on also, especially for such a specific subject matter. This is a concept album. It's talking about the perspective of a bear, but it works, and there's something powerful about the song also. If Run the Jewels can't make the list, you better believe Killer Mike will, because my number 9 is Don't Die by Killer Mike. I believe this song was produced by LP, and I'm gonna be honest, this is some of my favorite production on any rap song. Like, the beat is absolutely insane. It switches up, I believe, twice. I believe there's 2 big beat switches. There's a very lengthy, minute-long intro to the song that gives you some context, and this is basically a story of a guy surviving some crooked cops and getting revenge, and it's pretty wild, it's pretty extreme, and it's epic. Like, I'm not saying I condone violence. I don't condone violence at all, but I do condone awesome music, and that's exactly what Killer Mike made with this song. And you know that I gotta be above it now. Boom, 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 boom. Be Above It, the first song on that epic Tame Impala album that is Lonerism. This song is crazy. It's a banger. It's my favorite song on this album. There is something that hits different about Tame Impala opening tracks, and this song is no example. In fact, it is proof of that. The opening song on Currents, which is escaping my brain for some reason. And then One More Year, like their opening tracks are amazing. I love this song. Easily one of my favorite Tame Impala songs. It's a banger. My number 7 hits a little bit different. And it is Battleborn by The Killers. Battleborn is a song. Battleborn is something else, man. I don't know what The Killers did with this song, because the album Battleborn, low-key, kind of sucks. I say low-key, because it's not a bad album. But like, I don't vibe with it at all. But this song is epic. It's grand. It's amazing. It just stirs up these emotions in you like the best of their music does, in a way that most music can't. Like, it truly... I'm actually surprised this isn't higher on this list, because Battleborn is an incredible song. My number 7, and this was another impulse pick, was The Art of Peer Pressure by Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick is an absolutely top form on the art of peer pressure, but it's not just Kendrick that makes this song so good. His delivery, don't get me wrong, is absolutely fantastic, but this beat might be the best thing about the song. The production is crazy. You have that intro, which is very misleading. Like, it's very kind of like nice sound. Like, the intro really is just kind of, it's very kind of classy and nice, and you're just like, oh, this is cool. And the beat kicks in, and the beat is nasty, and it just... There's not a better way we could have carried this song and carried the narrative of the song than on a beat like this. It is absolutely fantastic and insanely effective. And number 5 is the song Lofty by Propaganda featuring Beautiful Eulogy. I don't have my Humble Beast hat. I know I should. This song is great. It is a song that gives God the glory. It is an album. And I mean, I love how Propaganda does this, because they'll have an album that's very like bitter and cynical. And this album goes to some very, very dark places. It's not nearly as dark as Crooked, but in the second half of this album, it gets pretty serious. Like songs like I Ain't Got an Answer and Forgive Me for Asking and like Precious Puritans. It hits hard. I almost put Precious Puritans in this spot, but I think ultimately this song is even more powerful than those songs that are supposed to make you angry. They're supposed to kind of rile you up. This song is a song that's meant to give you comfort and point to the creator in the most beautiful way possible. It's an amazing song. Number 4 is It's Not My Fault I'm Happy by Passion Pit. Low key, might be my favorite Passion Pit song. I need to do a top 10 Passion Pit songs video. I'm thinking either like Father John Misty, Passion Pit, maybe Foster the People. But I need to get on that. I need to get on other top 10 songs. But guys, It's Not My Fault I'm Happy. Wow. I mean, this song is incredible. It's one of the longest songs they've ever done. It makes me feel a way that I can't describe. I cannot describe the vibe of the song. You just have to listen to it, because I do not know how to put into words. There's some very bitter anger behind these lyrics, and even if it's not coming through in the voice, it is coming through in the words. And I mean, it's just a hard song to describe, so I just recommend you checking it out. It's not one of their popular songs, but it might be their best. Number 3 is Oblivion by Grimes. You saw this coming if you recognize the thumbnail for this video, which is from that music video, a really cool music video. But Oblivion, it's a very good song, once again, and I hate this, because you're going to see this again in my top 3, when you get to my number 1, is another song that I don't know how to describe, because the album Visions by Grimes is an album that, once again, makes me feel a way that I don't know how to describe with words, and that's kind of why I love it. It's an album that really kind of defies explanation. It's an album that almost defies a review. It almost defies a score, because you don't know how to talk about it, because it feels like it was made by an alien. It feels like it was made on a different plane, like made in a different dimension and somehow leaked into our dimension. That is the vibe this song gives. It's got nighttime vibes. That's what I'll say. It's got nighttime vibes, and good ones at that. My number 2 is my favorite song from Good Kid, Mad City, which is the song Good Kid. Yeah, Good Kid by Kendrick Lamar. I think this song is extremely underrated. It gets overshadowed on this album, and you can see that on this album, I intentionally picked 2 songs from Good Kid, Mad City that are not the most talked about. They're not the most epic. They're not Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst. They're not Swimming Pools. They're not Money Trees, a song that is the fan favorite Kendrick Lamar song for a lot of people. They're not Mad City. They're not Don't Kill My Vibe. I picked Good Kid. I love this song. I absolutely love this song. Musically, it is immaculate. Lyrically, it is immaculate. The lyrics are amazing on this song. I mean, vocally, Kendrick Lamar's on point. It is a fantastic song, plain and simple. My number one is a song that I can't really describe with words. Once again, that is Genesis by Grimes. It's like the first song on Visions. There's like an intro song on Visions, and then you get into this song, which is the real first song of the album. It's amazing. It's next level. It's interdimensional. Everything that I said. Here's the thing: this song and Oblivion are really sister songs. They're companion pieces. They sound very similar musically, and I think they're both pretty much equally amazing. And I just kind of, as a gut reaction, I keep saying the same things in this video, but that was just my impulsively, I'm like, this is the song that I like more. I don't know if this one got a music video. I don't think this is the more popular of these two, but these two are very similar, and they're both amazing, and I love them. And, you know, tomorrow I could say that I like Oblivion better, but Genesis is my favorite song of 2012, for now. That is what I got. I hope I didn't waste too much of your time. I know it's been a long time since I've uploaded, and that's just because I have other things going on, and this YouTube channel does not take priority in my life anymore. It's not, I mean, I don't think it ever did. It never really did. Maybe when I was starting out, I thought about it a lot, but it's kind of, you know, I do this as a hobby. I do this because it's fun. I do this when I'm not too busy. But it's not something that I'm putting in front of other things in my life, which maybe is why I'm not a successful YouTuber. A little bit honest there, a little bit too honest, but thanks for watching the video. Let me know some of your favorite songs of 2012. Have a great rest of your day.